I'm going to show two examples of how to use the array formula, which performs multiple calculations of one or more sets of values. In this example, I have number of deliverables, price per deliverable, and total price. I just use my sum formula for calculating the sum. Put my multiplication symbol in there. Close the parentheses. Then I'll use my automatic sum for the next three. Then I'll come up with my grand total. Use the sum formula as well. And in this, come up with $8,525. That's typically how I would use a formula to come up with my grand total. Now let's use the sum of array. I'll also use the sum formula. And I would use my first array with 3 elements in it. I would have my multiplication sign, and then my second array with 3 elements in it. I would close my parentheses, and then I'll add my shift, control, and enter. Notice I get the exact same value, and this is just for a small number, 3 elements in each array. But what if I had a number of calculations I'd have to make? And also demonstrate this in the second example. In this case, I have some car salesmen, some cars, quantity sold, unit price. And in this case, I'll pick out a cell down here in B14, and I'll use my sum formula, and I'll go up and I'll select my first array, which are the number of units sold, which is C2 through C11. I'll have my multiplication symbol, and I'll get my unit price. Then I'll close my parentheses, and I will add my shift, control, enter, and there I get 1,800,000 in sales. This example shows how powerful this type of formula can be. And for example, suppose we had 15,000 rows of data. You can sum part or all the data by creating an array formula in a single cell. Also notice that the single cell formula in cell B11 is completely independent of the multi-cell in E2 through 11. It's totally independent from E2 through 11. This demonstrates another advantage of using array formulas. There's a lot of flexibility. You can take any number of actions, such as changing the formulas in column E or deleting that column altogether without affecting the single cell. If you click any of the cells from E2 downward, you can see the same formula. See the same formula up in the formula bar? The consistency can help ensure greater accuracy. Also, for safety, you can overwrite a component of a multi-cell array formula. For example, if I click E3 and I can delete that, you have to either select the entire range E2 through E11 and change the formula for the entire array, or leave the array as it is. As an added safety measure, you must press Control, Shift, and Enter, confer the changes to change the formula. So it's a powerful formula that can be used. It also can be used in smaller file sizes. You can often use a single array formula instead of several intermediate formulas. For example, the workbook that we just created uses one array formula down here in B13 to calculate the results in column E. We could have used the standard formula C2 and D2 here, or C3 and D3, but we would have had to use 11 different formulas to calculate the same result that we get down here. That's the power of using the array formula.